This particular job is cutting back the choices very hard and trimming that ivy back basically, which there is a fence under there apparently. So, but this is a very hard cut back on these choices, and it looks very drastic, but they will take it. So long as, certainly in this area with the climate, they're done immediately after flowering, and the new growth that comes is got a chance to mature before the first frost. Otherwise it just gets burnt back and it'll ruin the plant. But give it 6-8 weeks, these will be completely green again. I always like to leave at least a few leaves on, not a lot, but it's just in my head. I just like leave odd leaf on. But say this looks really drastic, but trust me, they will come back. This is the second one of the. There's actually 4 in here. One was actually quite small and I barely touched it. But the far one at the end there, I think I took nearly 4 feet off that, and it desperately needed it. I did pre-warn the customer that it would look very drastic, but she was okay with it. She was confident in me that, you know, they would come back as I said, and that's them all done. And actually it's a fair old bit of waste there. It's sort of the camera don't do it justice really. And out comes Hedgecar. She didn't want it cut back so she could actually see the fence again. She just wanted this ivy trimmed back really, which was probably a good idea. I would imagine the ivy is actually holding the fence up by this stage. As you can see, there's gravel all down the side there. I didn't bother sheeting it. It's covered in leaves and weeds anyway, so I just gently raked it and blower. It come up nice and clean. I don't know how bad the weather's affected everyone else this week, but certainly here Tuesday was an absolute washout. But the main problem I've had is here anyway is the wind. It's just blown a gale all week, which has made it difficult to cut anything basically. So this week's been pretty much mow and hoe. I've got a hell of a lot of trimming to do, but when you get windy stuff. Just see me restart the hedge cut there. It didn't conk out. I knocked the switch. I do it on all my machines. I do because I haven't got a lot of feeling in the end of my fingers. Sometimes I don't realise, and my hand slides along it a little bit and knock the switch. But saying that, you know, the weather's been rough, but being a gardener, you're never happy with the weather. It's too hot, too cold, too wet, or too windy in it. So, and I'm just trimming nearly at the bottom edge there. Obviously you've got to be careful with that gravel. I didn't want to catch the blade on it. So what I did when I cleared up and I raked through, I just run the secateurs just along that bottom edge on the ground. Just save chipping the blade with a stone or anything, and it didn't take long. This is like a lot of places, it's the neighbour's ivy coming over, So that's why I've only done this side and just that top edge. And when I was cutting the top edge, well, we probably all come across it. You always get old fences with bloody great big nails sticking out for some reason, where somebody's hung something on it, or even hanging basket brackets. I've even come across them buried in ivy in the past. So I've kept the revs right down on the edge guard, so it's only just cutting. So if you get hit a rusty old nail or something in there which you can't just see, you're less likely to do damage to the hedge guard. But it's one of them things. I think there's always a hidden surprise, and luckily I've never hit anything in this, so which is unusual. But now I've said that, tomorrow I'll probably hit something in the hedge somewhere and smash the edge cutter to bits. Sod's law on it. But this was actually quite a nice job to do. It wasn't nothing too technical in here really. Ivy's, I find, funny old thing. It looks scruffy as hell, but when it is actually trimmed, it actually looks quite nice and neat and tidy, and it does make nice cover. But again, like this, I treat it like almost like a hedge, because obviously laws changed this year regarding birds nesting. So what I've been doing on big shrubs, this sort of thing, hedges, instead of me digging about for it or trying to find or see if there's any birds' nests, which you're more likely to disturb them that way than anyway, I've been asking the customer just to keep an eye on wherever it is I got cut for about a week before I'm due to come, and just ask them, just spend 5-10 minutes a day, just stand there and look. They're more likely to see a bird go in and out, or even listening, and they'll get a rough idea if there's a nest in there or not. So we've got to be careful now, haven't we? I think that's quite a big fine we get if we do get in trouble. Plus, it's not very nice if you do disturb a nest. I know it's sort of only the first week officially of summer, but I'm already in my head in winter mode. In respect, I'm already lining up winter jobs. It's always a good time now I find, to do it, and that work's ahead of you then. And at the moment, I've got about 6 or 7 jobs lined up, sort of December, January time, which hopefully be adding a lot more to that list. But I always tend to have them head to work or plan 2 seasons ahead. It does cut a lot of the stress down, I find, of the job, and it keeps things going as well. I'll be interested if any of you comment if you do the same or how you plan things out. Just like to say thank you to everyone for subscribing and liking. It does boost me along to try and get the videos out, but as you can appreciate, it's a busy time of year, it is difficult, but I do appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Thank you.